I'll be unboxing the Yes I Am Mina photo books. I know I did a video on the pink version before, but I was able to find the gray version from a seller from South Korea. So it'll be my first time seeing the gray version in person. But I'll go ahead and show the cover for both versions and also the inclusions. And the seller seemed to have given me some freebies. I have no idea what it is, so let's see what they are. Take a quick detour. Okay, so I got a KF94 mask and a What is Love. Is it a sticker or photo card? Oh, okay. So a photo card set. One, two, three, four. That's weird, it doesn't have all members. This person gave me Sui and Mina, so that's all that matters. No Sana. I think I know who their bias is. They gave 6 out of 9. Not characters, members. Okay. Nice of them. I always have this dilemma with these Yes I Am books because they're already protected by an outer plastic shell casing. But then I also have this urge to like protect it as much as possible. These are precious collections, aren't they? Okay, this turned out well. Man, this corner is so bent in. So I'll show the pink version first. For me, if I were to choose between the two, I like the pink version cover just because I really like, you know, that whole floral look, and pink is my favorite color, and I think it just looks so serene. So that's my reasoning, but I am interested in taking a closer look at the gray version postcard, especially because I don't think I remember what the photos are when I looked at other people's unboxings of the gray version. So it'll be brand new for me to be looking through that. The letters in the back of the plastic shell is pretty much the same. It has that authenticity sticker. Here's the cover, the gray version. Oh my god, I have like butterfingers. I'm gonna use that word again. This postcard set has more of a chic feel. More chic styling. Kind of shows her, you know, high fashion side. I mean, they're like, a couple of the Twice members are like, I'm not sure if they're considered ambassadors, but they're definitely, you know, the face of certain luxury brands. Right now, Mina is, I know she's like, I'm not sure if ambassador is the right word. Maybe it is, but she partnered up with SK2, which is like a high-end luxury skincare brand from Japan. So that's pretty awesome. And I believe like there's some kind of partnership going on with Fendi. Partnership, or she's sponsored by them, you know, to show their products in her Instagram posts and maybe other public appearances. So she definitely has that high fashion look to her. I mean, she's the epitome of elegance. And that's the bias in me speaking, but it's true. It's totally true. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go through this again. It's the same as the pink version, but it'll be a first time for me to be holding this gray version in my hands. So it'll just be a quick flip through. I think this is like my second time looking at this, flipping through the Yes I Am Mina photo book. But honestly, it's such a great collector's item. Like, if anyone else was thinking about getting this, I definitely think it's worth it, especially if she's your bias. I just think like she's just like so natural in these photo shoots. Like, it doesn't look like she's trying too hard. It just comes effortlessly to her. And she's extremely beautiful, obviously. I mean, look at all these close-up shots. I wonder if this was shot during the More and More era or the Can't Stop Me era. Because I know her Can't Stop Me photo shoot, she has the same hair color shade. But I don't recall if she still had blonde hair during the live performances of Can't Stop Me. But yeah, I do know this is, you know, during the time of either More and More or Can't Stop Me. She's rocking that platinum bleached hair look. I love her black hair the most though, so I kind of wish they maybe did some photo shoots when she still had darker hair, and then kind of put both hairstyles in this photo book just to showcase the diversity in her looks. She's super pretty. I probably sound like a super fangirl because I am. She's my favorite. Like, when I first got into Twice, I didn't watch 16. I mentioned that before. Like, I just watched the live performance on some music show, the sketchbook show. And first, Sui was the one who caught my eye. But then as I started watching like Weekly Idol or their other variety show appearances, I kind of just like was drawn towards Mina's personality. And I think I was just impressed like with that whole ballet image, because I think it just made her elegant image stand out to me. And I tend to prefer like the introverted members, like any introverted members in K-pop, because I can relate with them the most. And I love how she had like a Minecraft stream, or not a stream, like a Minecraft video. So just knowing like, oh, this idol plays video games too, how relatable. I think that's what like the K-pop image is all about, like being likable and relatable. and maybe finding something that you admire in them to become their fan. So it could be full-on talent or just purely, you know, the visuals. But in my case, she's my bias in Twice because the whole package. She's freaking beautiful. She's freaking talented. She doesn't get many lines in Twice songs, but whenever she does have a line, she has like such a soft vocal tone that it sounds like, it doesn't sound too harsh on the ears. It doesn't sound like she's straining for the note. It sounds very pleasant to listen to. And then even in interviews, when she has something to say, it's kind of like you pay a lot more attention, well, at least for me, because she doesn't say much in general in the interviews. So it's always like, it's always something that you would pay attention to. Like, oh, she's speaking, she's gonna say something, she's gonna add into her thoughts. And there was this like random clip I saw online where, I don't know if it was like reality or if it was just like a show just for the sake of entertainment, but I guess they're trying to find like a manager or like a worker for their company. The Twice members were kind of interviewing different potential associates to join their company. And I guess Mina, out of the blue, started asking a question in Japanese to the candidates, and it kind of like threw everyone off. Like it was surprising, but also a very clever approach to throw at the candidates. And then somebody was able to pull through and answer her question in Japanese because, you know, the Twice is a group, it's a K-pop group that promotes in Korea, but also they have like such a large following in Japan from what I observed. So it's very important that, you know, whoever works with them is able to adapt to, you know, both of the markets. And here again with the chic look. I find myself talking or rambling a lot, but you know, I went through this photo book already, so I'm just adding some random commentary and opinions, I guess. So freaking beautiful. She's like my favorite, one of my top favorites in third generation K-pop. So I'm kind of really enthusiastic, and I really hope, you know, they get more solo releases like this, or Mina could have a solo one day. That'd be awesome. I remember like everybody was so excited when all members opened their Instagram accounts, so that was definitely, you know, a pleasant surprise for all fans. So they could follow their favorites. They could follow all 9 or just follow their favorites. So every time my biases in K-pop groups post something, I always like immediately like their posts. Yeah. Personally, I don't like, I think it's a subscription service, but I don't use Bubble or any of those things. And I know that's how, like an app that idols use to get closer to their fans and be able to talk to them. But for me, it's like, I'm okay with being a fan from the distance. But, you know, when they're performing in concert, I feel like that's the most important thing, to be able to, you know, witness the live music in person. I think that's the most important aspect as a fan. Like, you don't necessarily have to collect everything because, you know, not everybody can do that. But like, if you have the opportunity, definitely I would prioritize seeing them in concert, because that's an experience you can't replicate. You cannot, it's not the same watching it on the screen. But yeah, when I first saw Twice in America and KCON, I was just super excited, like, to see them in concert. I have a funny story, like, I guess I could say it here, So in KCON, you're kind of at like a convention area. And the year that I went and twice attended, I guess there wasn't many exhibits in the on the floor where it would like kind of cover the view of things going on the distance or like the other doors at the other side of the convention hall. So it was so funny. Like fans would see their favorite idols and, you know, security come in through a back door. So fans would like run and rush to be able to like look at their idols, you know, the K-pop idol groups, or take photos of them or whatever. And I remember I was just taking a break and I was like outside of the convention hall, outside of the entrance of the convention hall, but still inside the hall, but outside of the main hall basically. And I saw security like setting up cones and stuff, and then a group was gathering in the main convention hall. A crowd was gathering, like they were getting their cameras ready. So I was thinking like, oh, who's coming? So instead of staying outside where, you know, where there was like cones leading to a side door, I decided, oh, let me go into the crowd and see. But that was a big mistake because apparently outside of the convention hall is where Twice probably entered. So I would have had a better view, or like been able to see them like more clearly versus being in the crowd where everyone else was. And the fact that there's a lot of people like taller than me, so I kind of have to like tippy toe through the sea of heads to be able to see what's going on. And then it was kind of hectic. So it was like a big crowd. I'm like, I can't see Twice, but I could see them through like people's phones. But I did see Jihyo. Like, I think I saw Jihyo first. It's kind of weird, like they pass by and then you don't realize it's somebody that you're a fan of, or that you've watched on the computer or on TV. And then you see them in person, and then that's when it's like, it's kind of different. It's like, whoa, they look different in person, or it's like, oh, that's how it is. And Dahyun passed by, and my first thought is, I guess I noticed this a lot. I was just like, wow, her hair is so healthy. You know, it's like dyed orange or like a, you know, a light color, and it looks super silky. Yeah, that's what I would notice. And then I wasn't able to see Sugi like in person because I was too short. There's a big crowd, but I saw somebody filming Sugi through their phone. I was just thinking like, damn, what a goddess. But I was like, I don't know, like 2 feet away from them, and the booth just got really crazy. I don't even remember which booth it was. But yeah, apparently there's a lot of events where, at least in the past, where, you know, the groups would just pop up out of nowhere, and then, you know, fans could crowd around and kind of interact with them. But yeah, I was able to be kind of near Astro. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of them. Like, you know, I don't really know their music, but I know that one member, Unwoo. And it was just funny, like, being like the, I don't know if I should say over here, but, you know, just being able to wave at him. And then seeing in person how freaking perfect they look. Oh my god. But yeah, for Twice, I had some kind of ticket where you could go to like the events. It's kind of like not exactly fan meeting, but you kind of just go to a different hall room, and then you could see the groups and they kind of interact with the audience. But then I came like 30 minutes too late. So the group that I actually got was Twice, but I came 30 minutes too late to the convention. So I missed out on that event. And I believe they had like a relay event as well. But yeah, I was kind of like, I was just enjoying, you know, the whole convention. You know, whoever I was able to see, you know, that's all that mattered. Like being able to experience the booths, and then, you know, see whatever groups show up on the floor at the convention. And then at the end of the day, we were able to watch them in concert. So that's the main thing, being able to see these groups perform live all the way from a different country into your country. So that's always a super exciting experience. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting off track, but yeah, like I said, I already have another video of me going through this, but this is more so just to show the inclusions of the different versions and compare the covers. Yeah, here's Mina as with the gray version theme, with the regal red dress, looking beautiful as heck. I would love to see black-haired Mina in a photo book like this. I really hope they release another series, like, you know how it says first, yes, I am member, first photo book. Hopefully they'll have more, especially with their contract renewals. So hopefully we get more content like this. I actually recently pre-ordered their 1 and 2 album, between 1 and 2 album. I wasn't sure which version to get because yeah, I kind of prefer to see the previews of each album, like at least the covers, so I could decide, you know, which one to choose. And the trailer was released today, and because Mina, Sui, and there's the third member, but yeah, they showed up in the cryptography version. That made me decide like ahead of time, like, okay, I'm gonna pre-order that version. And I also chose the archive version because Sana's there, and she's like my third favorite in Twice, Sana. Yeah, and it was also like a pink version, and pink's obviously, like I said, it's my favorite color. So the cryptography version is a black CD, while the archive version is pink. And then I know they had like 2 other versions. But I'm gonna wait to see the preview before I decide to order them. But yeah, I ordered the cryptography version just because Mina and Sui were there. Oh shit. Okay, so this is one thing to watch out for, the binding. I just, why would that happen? Something happened there. Oh shoot. It's the first time I encountered that. Maybe I was pressing too hard. Yeah, this is my only copy of the gray one, so I should be a bit more careful. It's giving me Bonnie and Clyde vibes. Pretty. Yeah, so this was the second print, so there was no photo cards, but luckily I was able to find, oh shoot, it bent over here. Okay, yeah. But yeah, luckily I was able to find the photo cards online. You know, when it comes to your bias, you want to collect that, right? You want to make sure you have it all. So I have the pink version. I showed this in my photo card haul video, but it makes sense to include it here. I have the pink version and the gray version. It's kind of a lesson, like when they announced the pre-order for the Yes I Am Mina photo book back in December 2020. I remember like being interested in it, but I kind of held off on it and forgot about it, like hesitated. And then here I am like 2 years later, scavenging the internet to try to find a copy for myself. But here I was able to find them. It wasn't easy, but yeah, I got it. So this matches the cover of the gray version. Here's another gray version photo card. Personally, this is my favorite photo card and cover. Because like I said, I like the whole floral style and kind of like, I guess this style of dress, I think it's super cute.